and welcome to JSI's second community challenge. This time we were building houseboats. We got our community to submit their best attempt at a houseboat. I am joined by Bibba.
Hi guys.
And it's just me and Bibba today. We are going to be looking at all of your submissions and trying to give you some good feedback and eventually rank them from worst to best, with our winner receiving 1 month of Discord Nitro. Is that right, Bibba?
Yeah, it's Discord Nitro.
Awesome. So our first submission is from Helset. He's just called it a houseboat. And it looks more to me like a caravan on a raft than a houseboat. But who are we to judge? What did you think of it, Bibba?
Yeah, it was really interesting. Nice creativity. I agree with you. It's just a camping house on a barge.
Definitely a creative interpretation of the brief. It's got some cool features there. You got the hand steering on the rudder.
Yeah.
It's got a bed, a chair, a sink. What more do you need?
Exactly. So yeah, it was a nice, simple creation, and sometimes simple can be good.
It's a fun place to start. Definitely. Here are our scores. Now we have scores from Bibba, myself, and our fellow board member Mosky. And we're going to be judging in aesthetics, functionality, creativity, and charm. Now we can see that Helset has got a grand total score of 64. So, Bibba, we've got fairly low marks in aesthetics.
Yeah, and the functionality as well, but it is what it is. And creativity, it scores pretty high. And charm, because it's exactly what it is. So
it is very creative, very charming. Not a great demonstration of aesthetic ability and functional design, but a fun creation and a good start for our second community challenge.
Good submission.
Right, our next entrant is CMD, and he has brought us Hausboot. Don't know if he's German. Hausboot is what he's named it. Now this is more of a traditional houseboat design. You can definitely picture this on a river or a lake somewhere in America, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. And actually, this is one of my favorite boats built. It isn't too big, or it's just like he's kind of compromised and like get all the stuff in like a little chunk of square. Yeah, you know.
Absolutely. There's no wasted space. Everything is put to good use. It's really well proportioned and well thought out. Really lovely.
Yeah, and I loved how it looks. Like the details inside, it's very cozy.
And it's detailed all over, isn't it? It's got a satellite dish and all sorts of roof furniture, which really makes it feel cozy and lived in. You know, it feels like someone actually lives on this houseboat.
Exactly, and I have to say, it's really I like the driving capability, the functionality of it. Like it doesn't list or nothing like that. It's just simple.
Just slow and stable, just like a houseboat would be.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that comes from the catamaran hulls we can see. Definitely helps with the stability. Inside, it's really well fitted out from what I can remember. It's really nice interior design. It sort of follows from the outside all the way in. It's just quality throughout.
Yeah, I love the couch that is kind of rotating in towards the living quarters, as you say. So, yeah, right there.
Yeah, through the window.
I love it. I really do.
It's got everything you need, isn't it? I mean, maybe only one bedroom, so maybe not a massive family living on this houseboat, but I can picture, 1 or 2 dudes just chilling on the lake.
Or a lonesome wolf.
That's it, maybe. Right, the scores are in. Now, this one has done really, really well, actually. 9s and 8s all across the boards. That sort of speaks for itself, doesn't it? It's really aesthetically pleasing, really functional. And the ground score was 103. My goodness, breaking 100 is an achievement when the maximum is only 120. So really well done, CMD.
Really well done.
Right, our third submission is from Smithy, who took part in our first competition not too long ago. He has brought us the RX 2000. Now, this is taking houseboat quite literally, if you ask me. It looks like a house on a boat. What did you think of the outside of it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very original. He has taken this quite serious, as you may say, like literally. Yeah, how can I say? I'm when I kind of judge things, I always look at the real world and how this will function in the real world. So basically, this would be more kind of locked to a dock or something like that, and it's pleasing to see, and but I kind of miss more details, like outside of it, like it stands out. Like inside, it looks incredible. I like the floor. I like the chimney or the stove, as you may say. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I agree. On the outside, there's a lot of flat surfaces, a lack of detail, but inside, he's really got an eye for this very, very modern design. Like using the microcontrollers for bricks, like I've never seen that before, and that is really impressive. And there's a lot of good texture work, like you say, the wood floors and the marbles in the bathroom. It's been a nice place to live in.
I agree.
Yeah, well designed inside. I think Smithy's proven himself. Last time he got our Board's Choice Award, and we said to look out. He's going to improve, and I think he has improved since the water taxi, so he's done well. Okay, definitely. The scores. Let's have a quick look at these. Mosky scored it very highly. Now, you scored it quite highly as well. I've gone for 4s in aesthetic and charm because, if I'm honest, I don't like the look of it from the outside. It's not the most well-proportioned thing, but like we said, it's not the most detailed thing either. And I think that's sort of impacted on the charm because I don't find it very charming. I think it's just a bit brute force on the outside. And I think that, in a way, that does match the modern design, you know, the brutalism, postmodernism.
Yeah. And that is why we are 3 judges. Like,
that's it,
we
exactly.
have 3 different ways seeing things. So I kind of think it's very original, but it isn't quite up there. CMD is still on first place, so it's a very nice submit.
Well done, Smithy. 84 points is nothing to be scoffed at. Good job. Okay, and our 4th submission is from Apple. He has submitted a narrow boat named Al. Isn't it cute, this little one? I quite like a narrow boat. It brings me back to home. Little Assassin's Creed sound effect there. You'll see that in the video with narrowboat. It brings me back to the canals, you know, in Birmingham and places like that across the United Kingdom. You see these moored up all over the place. I've not seen a white one before, but Apple has obviously taken this, and maybe this is from a different country, but I think it's a really well designed little boat. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I like the look of it. Like inside, it's very simplistic. It could be needed more interior, more details.
And then Mosky and Noisy sort of said a similar thing for the outside. They described it as bland, and I feel like that's a little bit harsh, obviously.
Yeah, I agree. He's
got some detail on the outside, the roof especially, and the ropes along the sides. Some effort has been put into it, and I feel like bland is a bit harsh just because it's white. But maybe realistically a canal boat would be a more interesting colour.
Yeah. So the definition is this it's a narrow boat, the same as a houseboat. I don't know, but it is practically you can live in it. So I kind of like, my favorite part about this is the outside. I don't like how he placed the bridge, can you call it a bridge?
Oh yeah, I would have liked to have seen a helm at the back on the rear deck, like looking over the top of the boat like a real canal boat, rather than inside using a camera. I think he could have used that space for perhaps another bedroom or more sort of living space. You're quite right in that.
So again, my favorite part about this boat is like the look of it, not the inside. So very well done.
Yeah, overall pretty good, Apple. Well done. I like this one. Scores across the doors, quite average all the way through. I can see 5, 6, 7s, 4s. I've scored this one the highest, I think, out of all 3 of you.
Oh yeah, you have. Oh my god, I feel bad.
No, see, I've got a soft spot for these canal boats. I feel like it's quite an original idea. Like, given the brief, you know, like you said, does it class as a houseboat? I feel like it does. I feel like it's quite a unique interpretation of the brief. Although we will see someone else has done a similar sort of approach to the brief later on. Grand score for Apple and his narrowboat Al is 69. Nice.
Well done.
Well
nice
done,
number.
Okay, our next submission, I've lost count now, is from Cool G 2007, and he's named it CG32 Vivenda. A lovely name for what I think is a lovely looking boat.
Yeah, it's lovely looking. I have to be honest, I don't get a feeling about this being a houseboat. It's very well done. It's have a great functionality, but it doesn't. This is a houseboat challenge, so I feel like more like a cabin cruiser.
Cabin cruiser. I think those those are the two words that I would have thrown into the mix as well. Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from a lack of superstructure above the deck. You know, he's buried the innards into the boat below the waterline, and that sort of breaks what you would expect from a houseboat. Because usually they're quite cumbersome, lumbering things, and this is fairly sleek, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And Cool Guy is a great builder, but
he is.
Just like this particular boat, I don't consider it as a houseboat. So, but it looks good. It functions well, and yeah.
Yeah, it does function well. It's got obviously a functional fly bridge. It's got like navigation systems. It's really well equipped. I think I do find some fault in the inside in that he spent a lot of space on having 3 medium engines in the back, where he could have had, you know, 1 small engine and a second bedroom. And I feel like that would have improved the functionality for me by making it like a multi-berth houseboat, and that would have again helped it meet the brief a little bit more. He has managed to fit in a teeny, one of the smallest bathrooms I've ever seen in Stormworks. Really done well there. And overall, the decor, really quite nice. There's the 3 medium engines that taking up all of that space. But overall, yeah, I think I like the inside. Did you like the inside, Bibbers?
Yeah, probably my favorite part. Cool Guy is very good with details. So
yes, check out Cool Guy's Steam Workshop page, everyone, because it is worth a look through. There's a lot of good stuff on there.
But in this competition, it's 7 and 8. I actually ranked it lowest for some reason. Probably because of I get that cabin cruiser feeling.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Yeah, it's a valid interpretation of what he's created. Obviously, Mosky sort of feels a similar way in the charm sort of sector, in that it doesn't have the charm of, you know, an outback country houseboat, but I've scored it fairly highly in aesthetics, so I think we all can appreciate the skill and the effort put into it, although maybe slightly left of the brief. Overall, the grand score is 82. Really impressive.
Well done.
Well done, Cool G. Our next submission is from Commandermartin. Here we go again. This looks more like a canal boat, more similar to what Apple submitted. It's called the Hotel Savannah, although I will dispute whether it meets the criteria for hotels later on. What did you think of the colours on this one, Bibber?
Dude, it looks like an old rug. And to be honest, I love it. I love the colors. I know that 50% of the people watching this boat are agreeing with me, but I love it. For me, it looks like a really old canal boat, and you got a ton of history, and yeah. So if I'm gonna pinpoint one thing, it's the hull. It's very exposed. Maybe I would put it behind the cabin or the living quarters. But I understand why he set the hull higher. What do you think?
I disagree. I do not like the colours. I think the outside is not too bad, although I hate that roof. It burns my eyes. When we get to looking at the inside, my eyes melted even more, honestly. I do agree with you on the helm position being a little bit out of place, and I don't like that you have to go below deck to start the engines and throttle the engines, because it sort of makes you feel a little bit out of control at times. Like you say, though, very characterful. It does look like a boat that has existed for a long time, rather than just coming into existence.
So if you take a look away from the colors, what do you think about the form and shape of the ship?
I think it's a well thought out shape. I think, again, it's going for that sort of narrow canal boat sort of style, a lot longer than it is wide. I like there's a cargo section right at the front, So yeah, it's well thought out. I think not the most complex shape, not as complex as some of the designs we'll see or we have seen. Overall, a fairly good quality attempt. Here's the inside. Look at this carpet and look at this ceiling. Honestly,
Yeah, I love it. I feel like I'm at the grandma's house, and it's an exciting feature. I like the whole thing. So
and then
I
you
kind
go
of love
below deck. Look at this orange and green. No, I disagree with you, Bibba. This is garish.
Commander Martin. I salute you. I actually love it. It makes the Stormworks colorful. So yeah, I could be I can agree with the greenish color, but now look at it. It looks like a real boat. I can see this in real life. Yeah,
It has presence. I'll give you that. It has presence. Right. The scores. This is sort of reflective of our different opinions. Look at these aesthetics scores. 6, 6, 7, 8 for you. 3, 4, 7, 6 from me. Mosky, somewhere in the middle, playing it safe.
yeah, playing safe.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of this one. I was going to mention it only has 1 bedroom. It's supposed to be some sort of hotel. I don't think it's hitting the mark for me on this one. But Commandermartin, still, very good effort. I commend that.
Yeah, very.
Let's see the grand total score. There we go, 72. Nothing
That's
to be
pretty
laughed
good.
at. Yeah, really good, really good. 72 out of 120. That's well over half. Okay, you might recognise this builder from our first challenge. He presented us with a floating yellow greenhouse. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Now he's presented us with a block of flats. No, this is his houseboat. He's called it Waterhouse, just to mix things up a little bit. This is from Tipsizbebe 44. What did you think of the aesthetic, the outsides of this one?
Dude, I don't know if Tipsizbebe is a really good builder or whatnot, but I think it's a good effort. I love that people still that he came back and did a houseboat challenge.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I have to be honest, this build, I like the interior the best. It's kind of like the looks of it doesn't look very functional, and I remember that we tried it out, we're kind of listening, but yeah, look inside. I like the colors, I like the kitchen, I like the tables, I like the couch.
Definitely, yeah. There's a lot more skill on show on the inside, I think. It's like a surprising amount of detail when you look at the outside and come inside. It's like 2 different ships almost. And he's managed to fit a lot into this boat, actually. There's 2 bedrooms, some equipment storage, a separate bridge, upstairs, downstairs salons. Overall, quite nice inside, quite a nice place to be. And like lighting, colour choices and things like that.
Yeah.
There's been some thought put into it. And where there hasn't been thought put into it is that engine room downstairs. I feel like if it's looking like that, you should lock it off so we can't get in there.
True.
Overall, Tipsizbebe, the more I looked at this ship, the more time I spent filming this ship, the more I quite enjoyed the shape of it. I'm not going to lie. I do enjoy a unique shape every now and then. And this one, sort of, the charm sort of grew on me. So from a maybe a 3 up to a 5. What did you think? What scores have you given? You and Mosky have both done quite average.
Yeah, we're probably average, but I think Mosky did the harshest points.
Yeah, I think Mosky marked it quite low on functionality, didn't he? Maybe he struggled to turn it on, or he didn't like the exposed engine room. But
yeah, could be.
None too shabby, Tipsizbebe. You can be proud of this because it works as a houseboat.
Exactly.
55 out of 120.
Not bad.
Our next boat, this one is a beauty. It's from Exploderise and it's called the Desani 44 Deluxe. Bibba, doesn't this one just melt your heart?
Oh yeah, it does. Like I said, CMD was one of my favorite boats, and I kind of get this same feeling about this. I love how he pivots the chairs in front, and just like the looks of it. Oh, dude, just like it's beautiful.
Absolutely. There's just so much skill on show. Like there's a subtle use of XML edited blocks. There's use of pivots to make things off angle. There's just details everywhere you look. Everywhere has a purpose. That front deck, there's lovely seating. You can imagine doing fishing off the end there. The back with the life preserver. Everything has its place. And everything just looks right. It's really, really well done. I do not know if it's based off a real design or if it's straight from his imagination, but either way, it's really, really well executed.
Yeah, it looks like a boat from real life. It could be. I haven't checked out the Desani 44 Deluxe or Google it, but yeah, I love it. I really do. This is more like a mix between a cabin cruiser and a houseboat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like it could move rather than just sitting in the port, but it does.
Yeah.
Again, it looks at home as well. It's kind of like an RV, isn't it? It's like a mobile home. And I feel like it does address both of that. Like, it moves well and it's a home at the same time. It's really stable. The interior has got that sort of classic, dated but modern caravan design. Really, really nice.
Yeah.
Again, a lovely bathroom, really well detailed. It's just, I struggle to find fault with it, honestly. A washing machine, a twin bed, they managed to fit this in the bow. Ugh. Really, really good Exploderise.
Really impressed by he managed to put all this in a small amount of space.
Absolutely. And I think he achieves that with verticality. Like, there's multiple top levels, the roof is split, and the interior is split across multiple levels as well. It just helps to give that a real sense of realism and dimension, just pleasantness to be in, because it's really nice to just be on board this ship.
Exactly.
Our scores, I think, reflect our positive opinions, to be honest.
Oh,
look at this.
You gave it a 10?
I gave it a 10. It's knocked my socks off. Nah, absolutely. Aesthetically, I can't find any fault with it, and I find very little to fault with it in the rest of the categories as well. Again, I feel like you've knocked a mark or two off in creativity, maybe because it's so close to realism that it's not original.
Yeah,
that's
right? Why I gave it a 7. Yeah, but the aesthetic, functionality, and charm, yeah, gave it top notch for me. I see Mosky gave it a 9 on aesthetic, so he loved it. So yeah, so the final score is 101.
Fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Breaking that 100 mark again, that is a sure sign of quality build. Well done, Exploderize. Really happy with that.
Amazing.
Okie dokie. Oh, look, from one of our very own JSI employees, Austin Martini Jackson presents the Milani H2. Now, Austin has a massive line of Milani-styled ships, doesn't he? And they have this sort of signature shape, signature color palette, and I feel like he has transformed that into a houseboat really well.
Yeah, I agree. I have Austin is the guy I've had a bunch of collabs with. He does do the interior, and this is screaming Austin. Like the shape of it. Yeah, this is just Austin all the way. Again, he is incredible at detailing. It looks amazing. The boat itself, it has a lot of windows and pretty exposed from the environment. I don't know if that's gonna have like a feeling of being there in the nature. I don't know. But the functionality of it isn't the best, but it's good. It's listing a lot, but pretty big houseboat. Yacht boat.
Yeah, it does well on the flat ocean, but yeah, I can imagine in the wind and the rain, it might get knocked around a little bit. It was quite top heavy. But I think what you're saying about it being very Austin is really, really true. Like, you can see his design language just pouring out of this ship. And I feel like that is a sign of quality and a sign of knowing what you're good at and applying it to the ship that you're creating. And I feel like that's a lesson we can all learn from. If we are going to learn lessons today, if you feel like learning, here's a good one to learn. Apply yourself to what you are designing, and I'm sure it will come out characterful and successful, just like this has. The stylings on this are such a mix of modern and classics, like lines. I don't know how he's managed to pull it off where they actually work together, but it does. It does really, really well.
Like, it's very clean and minimalistic. Yeah. So
yeah,
it's beautiful.
Maybe too minimal on the inside. There's a couple of empty spaces where I feel like there could be a touch or two more put in. I know this back area is actually exposed to the elements because the stairs leading down go to an open area, so I feel like you'd get a bit cold if you were sat up in the bar. But other than that, yeah, pretty flawless. It's all split across 3 decks, so there's plenty of space, and again, this is within 20 meters was our length limit for this competition. He has squeezed quite a lot in.
Yeah, and I don't know if I should be living on that boat. I don't know if I would I feel
I was
very
gonna say you
exposed, or
wouldn't be
would
walking
I?
around in the buff very often, would you? My goodness. Maybe
Yeah,
you'll have to imagine there's blinds or something, but or you could tint the
Yeah.
windows or something like that. But in the scope of Stormworks, it's really nice.
yeah, it's very, like I said before, very awesome.
I think it's nice to see that someone has actually put the effort of putting multiple bedrooms in as well. Like you could fit your whole family on this boat. There's 3 cabins, so 2 sort of double cabins and the master cabin at the very front. And the master cabin, obviously, this is one of the side cabins, and I recognise that wood texture. That's mine on the wall. the master cabin at the front, I really like because it's got these angled cupboard units. Look at them, beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love the master bedroom.
Nice place to be. Like you say, there's just notes of luxury everywhere you look.
Yeah, exactly. So I know people would love this. Just the look of it.
It's already been on the workshop, and I know Austin has got some really positive feedback from everyone who's used it. So really well done. Now, obviously, he is a JSI employee, but our ratings are impartial. Here they are. Bibber and Mosky, 10 out of 10 on aesthetics. It's justified, isn't it? Yeah, it is a really...
Yeah, it looks really good. But then again, you got a 7 on functionality. I think that's fair. But the creativity, almost a 10 there as well, because he the detail level, it's incredible.
I gave it quite a high functionality score because I could appreciate something with multiple bedrooms, and I don't think many of our houseboats have got multiple bedrooms. Wow, look at this. 102 as a grand total. I think that might be our new leader.
I think CMD had 103.
102, 103. It's close at the top. That's what we're saying. Make sure to watch till the end of the video to find out. Like and subscribe, guys. All right. Next submission is from Axel X. It is the GBO 65-foot Discus class house yacht. What a name and what a ship.
Yeah.
I really like the lines of this one. This one screams to me like modern RV, you know, to use the American term, modern camper van. It's got these lovely round lines and warm colours and yellow lighting. It just sort of speaks of fluent design and consistency in quality, like from start to finish. What did you think of the outside of it?
Yeah, I love it. Very creative. I absolutely love how it looks. And the interesting part about this ship is like when you go inside it, you feel like you have seen it all, but then you go downstairs, dude, it just grows. The more that you explore this houseboat. Yeah.
I spent so long exploring this, and I'm just now realizing that actually I didn't even walk on the flybridge at the top or explore the upper deck, and I still spent, you know, half an hour looking at every single feature. I do not know how they managed to put so much into such, you know, a small ship. Really well executed.
Yeah, this one is absolutely amazing. And if you go downstairs, there's a washing or a laundry room. And
do not worry, there's a feature on that later.
There is.
That
okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything.
No spoilers. But no, I think this one really marries the design stylings of a yacht and a houseboat together, like in a way that I've never seen it before. I don't know again if this is real world design, but when we set the challenge of houseboat, this is not what I imagined. But I'm really pleased we got this because it's beautiful.
It really is. The design, you can kind of tell it looks like a hybrid between a yacht and a houseboat, actually.
Exactly. Axel is pretty renowned for building luxury craft, and
yeah,
you know, this one.
I haven't seen much of his build, but what I have seen and what he has built, oh my god, it's amazing. A really good builder that I have a good eye on, because I like what he thinks and builds. So yeah, very nice.
The bridge on this, look how complex this bridge is. So many systems. Again, I don't know if these systems are just taken from the workshop or hand built, but really almost overwhelming, but not quite. It's really well measured as to to what he's chosen to
I
put in.
love
Look
the
at this
ceiling.
accent lighting.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. The lighting, the different levels of the ceiling. Ugh, what a nice place to be. Like, this is part houseboat, part lovely like evening restaurant, part bar. You'd never get bored in this houseboat.
Would you live in this?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely. It's like a perfect mix of practicality. Look at this, the bedrooms have got wardrobes, they've got en-suites, they've got storage for days, you know, like
Exactly.
absolutely everything you could imagine needing, it's got.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh.
Look at the washing machine. It actually works.
Look at this washing machine.
Dude.
Well, look at it go. I'm fascinated by this. I could watch this for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
Here we are. The next 20 minutes. No, we'll cut away. That's fine. An engine room at the back. The master bedroom we've not looked at yet, but I love the ceiling in the master bedroom at the front. We'll get there. Oh, and I love this as well. The room that can be switched from a twin bed to a double bed. Really, really cool.
Yeah,
I've not seen that before.
Yeah, that's true.
And the ensuite. We saw one of the TV screens earlier.
Yeah, look at that. Dude.
Look at this. Not only is it a starry night sky, but the stars are just slightly different colours. It's just, we could look at that for hours.
Yeah.
Now there's beeping going on in the background. I do not know what the beeping's from. That sort of comes back to the complex bridge.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of beeping and I don't know what to do about it.
Dude, and the bathtub.
Yeah, I've not seen a bathtub in Stormworks before. Lots of showers, lots of toilets. Yeah, an actual bathtub. Well done, Axel.
Well done.
Because you've blown it out of the water in every way I can imagine. Look at this. 10, 10, 10s across the board from me. This is a 40 out of 40 boat in my eyes.
Yeah, I agree with you. So.
Wow. Yeah. Really, really high scores from all of us. Like, it's hard to find fault with this boat. People might say it's too big and bulky, but the design of it sort of makes it look sleek, even though it is one of the bigger crafts admitted. Our grand total for Axel X's house yacht is 115. Look at
Congrats.
that. He has lost only 5 marks.
Yeah.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is an example of perfection. Honestly, really, really well done. Okay, last but by no means least is Hushey and the Yacht House 17.
Yeah, look at that.
There we go. So yeah, this is our last submission. It came in right at the deadline. It's from Hushey, a fellow Stormworks YouTuber, so shout out to Hushey. He has, this is the Yacht House. Now in my eyes, it doesn't look like a yacht and it doesn't look like a house. I have to say, I'm not a fan of the design of this one. I don't like it when people import textures too much, you know, because it doesn't look like a Stormworks ship. Now I understand it helps with the realism and some people really like it. I know your opinion might be different to mine. What do you reckon, Lee?
Yeah, my opinion is totally different. I remember me and Mosky went through this and he got excited right away. I think he loved the funky design of it. It's kind of, again, minimalistic.
Yeah.
Big spaces, like it's very eerie. Is that the right word? I don't know. But I kind of love it. I don't know if this is a kind of houseboat you get across from place to place, or if I feel like this is more like a houseboat that's tied to a dock.
Definitely, it's just sitting there like a barge rather than driving around the place.
But I love the design of it. I really do. But again, it's not my kind of houseboat and what I relate to them. It's more like a very luxurious.
It's kind of abstract.
Yeah.
It's like an abstract luxury concept, you know. It's very original. I shall give Hushey that. Like, there's no way this exists in real life, is there?
You'd be surprised. Maybe it does. I don't know.
Well, maybe it does. If it does, then props to the designer, because it's very creative and it's full of original ideas. I like the roof bar. I like the tall ceilings inside as well. That gives it that feel of luxury as well. Although maybe not the most practical thing at sea or on rocky water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I do not like. This is a bathroom with a bed in it, rather than a bedroom with a bath in it. It's a bit strange, and this bedroom is a little bit bare as well. The dining and living area, I think, sort of works really quite well. Although one thing I do not like, Hushey, is you're not using seats anywhere. You're just using microcontrollers. Like, I'd like to be able to sit down.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't understand the reasoning behind that.
My favorite part about it is like the looks of it. I got it a 9.
Yeah.
Really
high. Oh, obviously, my taste is a little bit different. Clearly,
it's fair.
Yeah, we all come from different points of view, and all of our opinions are from different experiences. So yeah, 80 overall. That's really, really good. Well done, Hushey. Not bad for a last-minute submission. Really, really nice. Okay. Now, Bibba, I think that brings our submissions to a close. I think we have had 11 separate houseboats. We've looked through them. We've drawn comparisons. We've ultimately decided on their positions and their scores. Now, here they all are. Helset, CMD, Smithy, Apple, Cool G, Commandermartin, Tipsizbebe, Exploderise, Austin, Axel and Hushey. These are our contestants. Now, before we award our winner's prize, we do like to choose one of our contestants as an up-and-comer, someone who has shown great promise, someone who, while they are not quite at the top tier level, they are definitely worth watching and definitely worth checking out their workshop to figure out what direction they're heading in. And I'm sure come the next competition they'll be even better, just like Smithy was this time. So the board has had a discussion and we have ultimately chosen one of these contestants to receive the Board's Choice Award. Okay, who do you think it's going to be, Bibba?
I don't know, maybe...
Got to build the suspense. We all know who's it going to be. The viewers don't. Is it going to be Smithy? Is it this boat in the background? I mean, Smithy would be... No. It's not going to be him again. Sorry, viewers. It's not going to be Smithy. It's going to appear on the screen any second now. Could it be Apple? Could it be? Oh, Apple, it is you. We have chosen you to be our up-and-comer, our one to watch. You will receive that role in our Discord server, giving you a lovely bright green name so everyone knows to look out for what you're creating.
Awesome.
Because we think the narrowboat was a good demonstration of ability. Despite its flaws, despite its faults, it was a consistent design and really, really well thought out. An original idea. Okay, the time has come for us to reveal the overall scores and the winner of our Houseboat Community Challenge. So, 11 have entered, only one can win and take away our prize of a Discord Nitro month. See, I don't even know how it works with that. What does Discord Nitro get you?
Better emojis, personal profile, support the server, rep your support, bigger upload, HD videos. So
definitely worth having.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, the tense music has started. This is it. We've had a lot of quality builds. The overall quality has been really, really good. Thank you everyone for submitting. Okay. Regardless of who takes away the grand prize, the quality has been exceptional from every single one of you. So give yourself a pat on the back because it's just fantastic to see. Thank you all for engaging with this community challenge. Without you guys, we would not be able to, host such fantastic competitions.
That is true.
With that said, the winner of our second community challenge, JSI's Houseboat Challenge, is... It's Axel X with 115 points out of 120. Well done, Axel X. In second place, CMD with 103 points, just pipping Austin to the post at third with 102. Well done, those top three. Exploderize again, an honourable mention at 101 for breaking that 100-point barrier. Fantastic.
So, Axel, when you see this, DM me and I will give you the prize.
Well done, Axel. Fantastic. Again, the quality has been exceptional. Thank you, everyone, for taking part. Like this video, subscribe. I want to hear all of your opinions in the comments below. We're professional YouTubers now, guys. Subscribe. And make sure to join us on Discord. Link again in the description below. From Charlizard, that's me. Did I introduce myself at the start? From Charlizard, it's a goodbye. And from Bibba,
goodbye.